There are three things that veterans absolutely need to know about the elusive Nexus letter and public DBQs. And I'm going to give you this information as fast as I possibly can. So first, if you do not have the evidence, and listen to me very carefully here, if you do not have the evidence, and when I say evidence, I mean evidence from service and a current diagnosis, so within the big three, then a Nexus letter isn't going to help your case. In order for the doctor to establish the Nexus, there must be evidence. It's not optional. You have to have the evidence for a Nexus. So the question is, do you have the evidence? Second, and now it is my opinion. The first one's not an opinion, that's fact. This second one here is my opinion. It is my opinion that veterans should not pay for a Nexus letter and a DBQ for initial claims. And I'm going to tell you why, because think about it. If you have the in-service event and the current diagnosis, logically, you would think that the C&P examiner will make the Nexus. Now, can you submit a private Nexus and a private DBQ with your initial claim? You absolutely can, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. However, giving the illusion that these are required for initial claims would be highly irresponsible. 100%. Now, there are C&P examiners, and that's, in my opinion, again, the biggest variable to your VA disability claim, but that's a whole other topic. Now, third, and the last thing you need to know is this leads us to appeals. Again, in my opinion, so first one's fact, second one opinion, this third one's my opinion. You are really going to see private Nexus letters and DBQs shine in appeals, specifically supplemental appeals and of course the Board of Appeals. I actually would never recommend a veteran take their claim to the Board of Appeals without a private medical opinion, IMO, Nexus letter, same. And that's it. Those are the three things that you absolutely need to know. Now, there are some other instances where if you were submitting the claim, I might consider a Nexus and a DBQ for that initial claim if it was me. And I know people are going to argue against not using a Nexus and a DBQ for the initial claim, and you can do that if you want, but here's an instance where I would agree with you. And only if that rating would push my 90 to 100% and the claim is pretty difficult to make. An example of this would be, let's say I'm at 90% and I have a very severe lower spine condition and I'm wanting to submit depression secondary to that chronic pain. This is something that cannot be seen by an x-ray, meaning you cannot prove without a shadow of a doubt that the depression stems from the veteran's lower spine condition. This makes it extremely subjective, and you could see how submitting a fully developed claim for something like that would also push you to 100% would really come in clutch. Now, this is just my opinion, of course, and remember, there's nothing wrong with private Nexus letters and DBQs. However, it is highly irresponsible to give the impression that veterans need these to be awarded service connection, and that is simply not the case. You'll find in the description 3 different options that are affiliated with the CIVDIV. I'm very transparent about that, and you can use those or not. It doesn't matter. You can use whoever you want. It does not matter. What does matter is that you, the veteran, submits the evidence-based claim and let your evidence do the talking. And if you are denied, now we know that Nexus letters and DBQs are going to shine on appeals, but yet they are still not required. Nexus is required. Nexus letter is not required. Those are 2 different things. And that's all I got. Thank you very much.